Alright. Welcome to another mustache ride. Today, figured I'd take a little cruise down to Carter Lake. Hello, sir. Figured I'd take a little cruise down to Carter Lake, and while I'm on this cruise, discuss the age-old debate of 600 cc's versus 1,000 cc's. Ah, yes, the topic that has been exhausted since the beginning of time. Yet again, with a not-so-fresh view on the topic, I will give my 2 cents and let you decide the rest. Alright, enough with that BS, though. Oh my god, a giant bug just... Ah, fuck. Okay, let me see if I can actually see out of my left eye. Okay, well, that's terrible, but we'll deal with it. So I was trying to figure out what format to do on this video, and then I realized just list the positives for both, and then let you decide what you think's best for yourself. In reality, you're going to do whatever you want anyways. So I guess since I'm riding this right now, I'll start off with the positives that I have come to find of a leader bike. Obviously, the number one positive, power. Oh, hell yeah, that, no, oh, give me a little bit of a boner with that one. That was a cool old truck. So yeah, an excessive amount of power. That's pretty much the obvious positive to a leader bike. I would even debate that it's potentially too much power as far as usable power, because if you are actually trying to use the full amount of power on it, you're breaking the law, I'm sure. Unless you're on a track. That would be my one thing. But, you know, I'm not a track rider. I don't think I have the skill to be a track rider. And to be honest, I've seen a lot of 600s beat the hell out of leader bikes on the track just because they're a lot more nimble. So my second positive of a leader bike would be the riding position. But again, that's going to be subjective. To me, I can easily flat-foot a leader bike. I'm 6 feet tall, weigh like 155 pounds soaking wet, so I'm a pretty skinny dude. But the riding position, to me, is much more comfortable. That was honestly the reason that I ended up moving up to one, was that a 600 was very uncomfortable for me to ride. My knees were always bumping into the fairings right here. And just in general, I felt like I was always like crunched way over on it. It felt like a massive man on a tiny bike. Kind of like Chris Farley, fat guy in a little coat scenario.
Fat guy in a little coat.
And honestly, I was racking my brain. I think those are really the only 2 positives that I can think of for the leader bike. The positives to a 600... cheaper insurance. That goes kind of without saying. Second positive, better gas mileage. There's one thing I will say, this gets nowhere near as good a gas mileage as my 600. Granted, it's probably because I've been beating on it more because I just got it. But again, the apples to apples comparison of 600, being a smaller displacement, will get better gas mileage. The third thing that I was able to think of as a positive is actual usable power. For me, part of the fun of riding a motorcycle is kind of getting to beat on it and wring its neck, I guess you could say. And you start wringing the neck on this thing, you start to get yourself into some trouble if you're not on like some open roads without any law enforcement. Let me just say that. The 600, even in town, you can kind of get on it a little bit and feel like you're wrapping it out and not really be like going fast. This, you start wrapping on it in town, next thing you know you're going 90, and then, you know, that's not good for anybody in town. I guess the fourth and final thing that I could think of as being a positive for the 600 was lighter weight / maneuverability. Now that is one thing that I will say hands down the 600 handles better than a 1000. Now granted, I'm doing more canyon riding. Like here, a 1000 is obviously better because you're going straight. Doesn't really matter. And I mean, I'm not saying it's not. I mean, you can still flip it around, no problem. But a 600 in the mountains, I feel like is more fun to ride than a 1000 in the mountains. Because I know that there was never a time, and this could reflect on my riding level, capabilities, I guess. But there was never a time where I was like, ooh, I wish I had a lot more power than my 600 when I was riding it in the mountains. What the hell? What? Guy is a visionary. Kind of threw me off topic. I don't even know what I was talking about. Got to regain my thoughts here. After this stoplight, I shall resume. So, before I totally lost track of what I was saying because of that man on a trike with a reindeer and a beer keg, the usable power on the 600 in the mountains and things like that was, I will say, more fun because, I don't know, like I said, you got to feel like you could wrap it out and you're not going 120 by the time you're wrapping it out. Now my 600 was down 1 up 2, so it still had to get up and go. The acceleration of this, I mean, up to a certain extent, obviously, but like it had the Quick Excel sprocket kit, so it definitely got up and moved. I mean, yeah, obviously with the Quick Excel kit, it didn't have the ultimate top end that this does, but like, let's be honest, how often do you need to go 160? I mean, you know, this is going to get you in trouble in multiple levels with the law and with your life. Sweet Jixer, bro. I'm just kidding. I don't really get the whole one kind of motorcycle rider hates on the other kind of motorcycle rider because they don't ride the kind of motorcycle that they ride sort of scenario. To me, that's a dick measuring contest that has no winner. That place is called Tranquility Chinese Massage. I have never been more sure of anything in my life than that as a prostitution front. I think I'm going to wrap it up for today, but that was my 2 cents on the old 600 versus 1000 age-old topic, so take it for what it's worth. If you guys liked the video, please act like the buttons below are a big fat round ass and smack 'em, abuse 'em, lick 'em, and pound 'em fast. Till next time, you guys stay classy. Whoop, whoop.